Welcome to the Chronically Will podcast, where we hold real conversations with community that need to be heard. On today's episode, I have the honor of speaking with Donn. Donn and I have never sat down and had a formal conversation. Even though Donn has traveled through my lands, through my home, and basically was outside waving. And we have not gotten together and met up, but Donn is a good brother that I see through social media, and I have over maybe the last 4 or 5 years, and I can tell like this brother is well kept. He's social. He's doing everything he can to better himself, better his community. I see him with his friends, his family. He has that great support system. And he's someone that I truly want to get to know more about. So I invited you into this space so that I can get to know you, good brother. Donn, this is your space. Let the people know who you are.
Man, well, I appreciate that, man. And next time I'm in this spot, man, listen, we linking up. But I'm Donn, everyone. I've been living with diabetes since 2002, so it's been a good minute. Some stuff about me is that like I'm an avid learner. I'm in school right now and getting my PhD in strategic communication. So I love learning, applying my knowledge to different things. Some things I'm passionate with school is right now I'm focusing on basically helping male victims out, basically, of color. So my goal was to make sure Black men in particular have the resources and support they need. But I'm like, I just love it. I love it. I'm a gym rat. I love going to the gym. That's my daily routine. The gym is like keep me grounded, stress-free. When I'm making those high jumps in the gym, I think I'm getting up to about 6 feet now and jumping. So yeah, the gym, I just love anything outdoors. I love just connecting with my peoples, honestly. My friends and my family really keep me grounded. I just love just being with good, supportive people with goals that's driven. So yeah, it's a little bit about myself though, but I'm a fun person. Fun. I love to talk. I'm a communication person. So I'm excited for the conversation.
Look, I can see that you're someone who loves to talk. And like via your social media, you don't speak often, but I can just tell about how you gather with your people. Like who gathers with a bunch of people and don't like to talk?
Yeah, exactly.
Like seriously. Like, and that shows me like amongst your peers, you're probably like a leader when it comes to those thought-provoking conversations and things of that nature.
Man, I love pushing a button, causing chaos, starting arguments that's good arguments that we can critique each other and really learn things. So
starting chaos.
Exactly.
So
that's scary to me.
right. I'm like, what does that consist of? But something else, Donn, that I didn't realize until 2 months ago that you and I are from technically from the same area. Like you're from the Philadelphia area.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, are you from Philly?
Yeah, I'm from Philly. Yeah, North Philly.
North Philly. Look.
North Philly, born and raised.
Right. Right. Like Gilly the Kid.
Exactly.
Look, Meek. Yeah.
Man, I can tell you stories about Meek for another day.
Look, for another day. Look, I can tell you stories about Meek also off air. Meek with the braids, long braids.
Exactly.
Back in the day. Yeah. In those battles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So growing up in the Philadelphia area, we are diehard fans of everything Philadelphia. Are you a diehard fan of everything Philadelphia?
Yeah, you have to be. I think being from Philly is like, even if you don't follow it, everybody know you are a Sixers fan, your Flyers, your Eagles. It's like you cannot be from Philly and not be a Phillies fan. Like you don't gotta follow nothing at all. But you know if they win, you're gonna be supporting no matter what.
Right. And that goes for like music, entertainment, like all of it. We support all the way.
100%. Like 100%, because the Roots and Jill Scott is my people's.
100%. 100%. Roots, Jill Scott, music, Eve, everyone. Look, even when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, I was like,
that's Philly behavior.
It is like, and you know what's crazy about that? the other day, so my oldest child is 15, and he was showing myself and my wife a video that he recorded in the lunchroom. And him and his friends, like they had tacos. What do you think these little boys were doing with the tacos?
They want to know.
They were putting the top tortilla on their hand and smacking each other.
Oh man.
Like, but
Oh man.
no altercations. It was just they were just having fun.
Oh man.
Right.
Boy,
So
boy.
I don't know if it's like growing up in this area where we're
It's
all
the
like, I
area.
mean,
It's the area.
like we can
Some
fight.
things are ingrained in you.
We can fight amongst peers, but in the end, we all come together.
Exactly.
Right. So, you told me a little bit about yourself. You said that you're a PhD student in
Yes.
strategic communications.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like talking not only numbers, but I also like talking about things like that consist of like the inner workings of life. And when you say strategic, it tells me measurable steps.
Mm-hmm.
Because coming from a background as a trauma therapist, I always, instead of like when I'm faced with like conflict, even working as an educator with young people, I always like just try to break it apart instead of just going with my, gut instinct or just always moving off of like sympathy or empathy. I have to
Mm-hmm.
think about like the measurable steps so that this child and their families can be at their best moving forward. What actually pulled you into that realm?
Man, oof. I got to say a few different things. So, like starting off, number one, going into just like the strategic communication field in general, that was something a lot of people don't know that was though something I was passionate about in high school. I used to want to be an architect, and I figured out I cannot do math at all, and that went out the window so quick. And I was like, the next best thing I can do is talk. And so I went to undergrad for mass communications, grad school for multimedia communication. Now I'm in PhD program for strategic communication, and it's just always been something that whereas though it moves me because I'm all about kind of like figuring things out strategically. Honestly, I like really putting a thought behind every single thing, even kind of my personal life as well. Like, even with dealing with diabetes, is that I want to figure things out the strategic way. How can I make this work for me? And I think with my background in communication, I really figured out and made it work for me. It's like because when I do branding now, it's like I'm not just doing branding for as like, oh, this, that, and the third. It's like I'm digging into the colors you chose, what's the meaning of the colors. I'm digging into the type of font you're using and why you got this style but not that style. It's like everything has a meaning for me now. And I think that pushes me. And people be like, do you ever get bored? And honestly, I'm one of the lucky ones. I always say that, whereas I have not lost my passion for what I love. And I'm happy to say that.
Donn, in just the last 5 to 7 minutes, I've wrote down a few things, but our connection, not only the area, I mean, you were diagnosed a year before me, but I initially wanted to be an architect. I actually went to school 4 years, architectural design,
Oh man.
um, and branding. As a media literacy educator, I work with schools on educating students that have been in alternative programs. Most of them are fostered, adjudicated youth. And my number one thing that I do with them is teach them about branding and rebranding themselves. So, like in the beginning, when I am working with these students, I line them all up and I tell them we all come from underlying circumstances, many of us from disenfranchised communities. And I let them know that when you look outside your front door, you may see corner store, liquor store, whoever that always walks by screaming, whatever. I said, but what I'm gifting y'all here is the opportunity to rebrand yourself. So look beyond that front door. Just like yourself, you look beyond Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You've been California, Georgia. Like you're not just local anymore, as Tupac told Q and Juice. He said they're not local. Yeah, so you're not local anymore. And because of I know your background now more so, you're able to think and look beyond that front door.
Yeah, that leap of faith is hard sometimes. Because I know when I finished undergrad, I was like, I want to move to California, but I had no idea of my mind. How was I getting to California? I'm like, you're a poor boy from North Philly. You poor, like, your family on God to send you out there. And the thing that kept me going was like, okay, apply to a school. You get that financial aid, it'll take you somewhere. And that's exactly what I have to do. Strategic. I strategically think about my plan to get to what I want. Yeah, like get to my goals.
And I hope that other little brown black boys and girls are able to reap the benefit of what you did. Like you took a step, a leap of faith, as you would say. You took a leap of faith. And since you've taken that leap of faith, you've been able to branch out to other things. Like how many people can we say from North Philly are PhD students, Donn? You're someone like you're showing them that it's attainable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That
crazy. I never thought about that like that. I never thought about it again, that perspective. I think about now, like growing up, like where I'm from in North Philly, and we had a few kids went to college basically along with us as well, but it wasn't like we didn't have anybody to look up to as far as like from our communities, because everybody in our communities was like they were working people trying to pay for meals and clothing for that kid. So we have to do what we had to do. And I think for the ones that made it out, I'm like, we did it. But for the ones that kept going, it's just like damn, you're still doing it. And it's crazy. I never really thought about like how many folks actually got to where I'm at now. So I do know like less than 1% of the population have PhDs. And so I'm fortunate enough and blessed to almost be complete with mine to say, I'll be a doctor soon. I'll be Dr. Kirkland soon. So I'm like, I cannot wait to have that social media post.
Look,
like,
that's going to be amazing. Look, I'm smiling. I can't stop. I mean, look, like you're me, like,
Man.
and you got that doctor. Like you're going to have that in everything that you're already doing and everyone's looking at. And I hope everyone has given you your flowers because I'm going to continue to gift you your flowers. Not give them to you, gift them to you because you deserve them.
I appreciate it.
You deserve them. You are the Meek Mill to many kids, to your peers. Because as we grow older and mature, I mean, we still listen to our trap music.
Yeah,
we still, but you know, we also broaden ourselves to where now we're able to have those gatherings and communicate with more mature people, like people our parents' ages and grandparents' ages, and hold those conversations about the things that they've went through to get to where they are in life. And now, and you're able to do that.
Yeah, man, it is wild to think about it because I think for a while I have not thought about this stuff till you bring it up. Now I'm like, damn, like I cannot wait to share these stories. Because I got some friends now who is like my circle now of friends is like we are like all over the US. But it's like when I was struggling in school, I tell everybody that support system, no matter what way it's for you, you have a support system. Because I had one friend where she worked for she's like a rational therapist, something like that in the hospital, big time job. She be telling me, I was stressed out about school one time. She was like, oh yeah, you're not dropping out because who I'm going to call a doctor? And so it be stuff like that keep me going, being like, okay, somebody is watching you. If she's watching me, that means somebody else is as well. So like, keep going. Keep going. That's why whenever I finish a semester at school, so a term. So every 8 weeks I finish a term, I buy myself a bottle of Moet. And every bottle of Moet, I'll write something on the bottle as like a term or quote, whatever that got me through that term.
It's an
And so my
affirmation.
goal was, yeah, and my goal was like once I finish this program, I'm gonna drink that first bottle and read that quote and be like, and that's the goal. I was like, I really want to like celebrate myself too as well. And I think as I'm here doing this process, I'm remembering like I'm doing this, I got this. And sometimes we forget how important celebrating yourself is.
Well, I'm up here writing down ideas for the name of your episode.
Man.
Look, I wrote Dr. Donn Moet. Look, how did you become the person you are? Meaning, like your background, your family, your history. How was it growing up? Who did you grow up with?
Man, so first I have all sisters. So I grew up in a house in North Philly with all females. When I say that, I mean like we had a 5 bedroom house with one bathroom. I'm gonna break this down for you. 5 bedroom house in North Philly with one bathroom. It was my mom, my 3 sisters, my 2 cousins, their mom, and her other son. It was down to 8 of us in one house with a big dog in a 5 bedroom house. And I think I came from humble beginnings. Like I have a twin sister. So my mom had all twins. She had 2 sets of twins. She had 2 girls and a boy and a girl twins. And I think like we ate, I think I didn't realize I was poor until I got older. Because when I got first diabetes, basically, I got diagnosed in Georgia. But even after I got diagnosed, basically, I'll tell that story a little bit later for y'all because y'all gonna laugh about that one. But we ate a lot of spaghetti growing up. We ate a lot of spaghetti. And if people don't realize, like, when you have a lot of kids, spaghetti is that $10 meal that go a long way, at least for 2, 3 days. And and like, I feel like I also grew up in a time though, whereas though I had a chance to be kind of like not free, but I had a chance to actually connect and really vibe with people because I feel like we didn't have technology how it is now. And we used to sit on the step and we used to play tag and stuff outside and we used to really like just enjoy like life and just the things that come with it as well too. And I really think all of those things of just hanging out with people, genuinely hanging out with my siblings, and it just made me better. It made me really want to drive myself and push myself. So whereas though in the future, the things that I'm going through, I can make sure that the next generation of my family don't go through. So for example, if we have spaghetti in the future, like now, we eat spaghetti because we want spaghetti, not because that's the only meal we can eat. But it's simple things like that. Whereas though, I think those humble beginnings, whereas though when you having a camper night in your house because your power is out, it's like no, we going camping for real this time. Like we like camping because the power out. We like camping because we actually out in the woods and really like enjoying life. But I think that whereas though those struggles really made me who I am because I appreciate every single thing I get from everybody, even if it's like a quote. I take everything in from everybody and I just apply it to my life and I try to make myself better for the next person.
Look, humble beginnings. We're going to meet up one day and we're going to have a diabetes retreat. And you know what we're going to do at this retreat?
What, eat spaghetti?
Not only
No.
eat spaghetti, we're going to have an adult game of tag because you just put some memories. Like I took a big flashback to me and my friends, my siblings, because it's 4 of us, me and my siblings, and growing up playing tag, running around in the street, like,
Yeah.
and it was just good. It just felt so good. Like street light on, we know where we had to be.
We're gonna go. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And I remember the big pots of spaghetti and those big pots of spaghetti. I remember I had one cousin who like used to always complain about the spaghetti. And he was like, I'm not eating that. I don't eat pasta. And my dad used to be like, then you're not eating anything.
Exactly.
And I remember in my early 20s dating a young lady, and she used to tell me that she's never ever going to eat spaghetti. And I didn't get it. And I was like, what? And she was like, spaghetti means you're poor. That's all I ate growing up was spaghetti because we were so poor. And that made me think like, I was poor too.
You
Like,
count the spaghetti meal. And
look,
we've had goulash, we spaghetti.
yo,
Whenever I
goulash.
had pasta and noodles, like pasta sauce and noodles with a meat, always eating that. And it's crazy because I'm gonna tell you a funny story. One where so so I always tell people whatever, me and my siblings, whatever. It's funny, but we grew up ghetto fabulous. So whereas though we didn't know we was poor, we was grow up as kids. So one thing we never ate really was baked beans and hot dogs. So we went to an uncle house, whatever. Him and his kids, we spent the night over there one day, and they made baked beans and hot dogs. We got there, and we was like, we don't eat this poor people food.
That's poor.
My mom cussed us out. It was like, y'all know y'all poor. like, what is spaghetti to y'all? Baked beans and hot dogs, cousin. It's like,
Right.
yeah.
Next door neighbors.
Like, man.
It's crazy. Like, that's how we felt about baked beans and hot dogs. We never ate that growing up. Mm-hmm. When I went to my cousin's house and they had that big pot, and my aunt Cindy was like, we're eating baked beans and hot dogs. And I'm like, no, we're not. But her son is my cousin who didn't like the spaghetti, and it was the goulash, Donn, because he would not eat macaroni noodles no matter what. And to this day, they live in North Carolina now, and I went to go visit him last year. And I was like, do you still not eat macaroni? And he was like, I love macaroni. He was like, I don't know why when I was a kid, I did it.
Times have changed.
Times have changed dramatically and drastically, like seriously. Growing up in that house with all those ladies that like, I'm trying to picture this because my sister grew up in a house with all boys. And she was like, ugh. Like y'all all the time. But I know like I enjoyed being around my sister and all my girl cousins all the time. Like I never ever was like, I don't want to be around y'all. But my sister used to be like, all these boys. And my daughter's the same because we're in a house, like it's my wife's here, but I got boys and one girl. And she's like, I wish there was another girl here. Now, did those growing up with those ladies help you mature and grow faster? Because they say women mature faster than men. Now, do you think that it helped you in your maturity growing up, like early on?
100%, 100%. I think that whereas though, I got the balance of whereas though having like really calm, like cousins and aunts and everybody there, really like upbeat and rowdy ones. So it's like, I got the balance of like, okay, you can have both personalities basically, but it's like, you gotta know how to hone it in basically. You gotta know how to basically protect. You gotta know how to protect. You gotta make sure you know how to speak well. And the one thing I always say is like, I think by living with all those like women stuff in the house, whatever, I always say if I don't do it in front of my mom, I do not do it at all. And to this day, I'm a grown man. And my mom is the epitome of the woman's woman for me. So it's like,
I agree.
That's the one woman that I respect. So whereas though, I feel like her and the way she raised me made me the mature person. That's like, okay. So I knew when I was younger, if I got friends skipping school, no, that's not me. It's just like, I got goals in life. And it's like, this is not my only way. And it's like, I want to be something like this as well. So I think that whereas being around all those women and just like the way they raised me and me and my siblings as well, we really got to know the real world life, just like balance and being hardworking and taking care of people as well. So I think when you have those kind of like roles responsibilities put on you, you have to become mature quicker because it's like you gotta know how to think for yourself.
Black women, if you don't get told this regularly, just know you are everything.
Man.
Like everything. I used to tell my mom, like, and I remember my dad got upset with me, like as a teen when I said this, getting into arguments with him. And I told him, I said, my mom is the closest thing to God I've ever come close to. Like, and just, I mean, I still feel that way
Yeah.
today. Like,
I agree 100%. Like, I think that, like, all of our moms, it like is our guide. It's just like, and then in particular, Black woman is the epitome of God. I'm just like, come on now. So it's like, yeah, I'm with 100%. Like, yeah,
and mom Don. I hope that y'all are able to listen to this one day and actually feel the things that that y'all have taught us, and it has put us on a path to being the great people we are, not just great men, not just great men of color, but just great humans.
yep,
Because not only did we see and witness your fight, your struggle, but we witnessed your passion, your love, your heart, because you did it all for us, like
hmm
literally.
hmm
Um, I was about to ask you next, like, what are your passions? But I think I know a big, great portion of them. But I mean, you mentioned family, you mentioned education, community. Anything to add on to that?
yeah. But like diabetes is one of my passions too as well. But I think there was what I was advocacy, not having diabetes. 'Cause I tell everybody, if I can get rid of diabetes today,
Go on.
go on. What you gonna do? Don't come back here. Because some days I just crave like pizza at like 9 o'clock at night. And I know I can't do that. But it's like something I'm really passionate about is that whereas I really want like everybody to know that I am really like definitely men and men of color. I am extremely passionate about like helping men and men of color and boys of color too as well, in particular Black, for us to get the support and resources we need. I think that whereas though sometimes we get left on the back burner, and lots of people at time whereas though I never want to take away support and services from women because women deserve them as well too. But for every 10, for every 1,000 women shelters, there's one shelter for men. So it's like we have to realize that whereas though we cannot forget about the men who are actually trying and need support as well too. And that's my goal in life. I think I really want to push the button and whereas though bring up these conversations about men and can we stop labeling men and boys as the abuser? Because we are much of the victim as a lot of people are. And I think like that's something I'm extremely passionate about. Not. And like I will fight for men till the wheels fall off. If I'm the only one out there talking a protest, so be it. But I just want to make sure we all are heard and we all can get the support and resources we need so we can thrive in this hard world. Because as Black men, we have so many labels put on our back. We're misunderstood. We come off as aggressive when we're not aggressive at all. Um, we come from humble beginnings, and whereas a lot of people are intimidated by us, and I think that whereas though with the intimidation, it leads to us having like imposter syndrome. It leads to us having higher suicide rates as well too. It's like I'm really advocating for our men getting the support that we need as well, in particular Black men, because I'm a Black man myself, and I have like nephews and little cousins as well, and friends, and I really want us to just have each other to lean on to as well.
I truly enjoy this conversation because as Black men, we're not often shown that reflection of another Black male that is vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
seriously, vulnerable to everything, vulnerable to communication, vulnerable to healthcare, vulnerable to getting resources and education, vulnerable to just sharing our emotions. And I love having conversations with other men where we're able to do those things
Mm-hmm.
because it benefits us truly being able to express ourselves because we're from the same area. We're used to seeing people that look like us together, right?
Yeah.
But they're not always having those conversations that will strike down the stigmas.
Yep.
Not They're not having those conversations that will actually uplift and
Mm-hmm.
and bring in unity so that
Yeah.
we can equally hop on the same journey, same path, and reach our goals and destinations in life. So being able to have a conversation like this with you, it actually helps bring me up. Um, Maybe 10 years ago, I was able to become the leader of a fatherhood initiative program out of a preschool here in my area. And doing research with like a lot of these fathers, you would hear mothers often talk about how fathers aren't involved. And I mean, I think it was more so like our generation. There were a lot of fathers who weren't.
Yeah.
And
Same here. Single
work
parent.
working with the men that I've worked with more recently and being able to be a part of certain studies, like I know that today in modern day, like 85%, well, black men are more involved in their children with their children's lives, 85% more than any other race. So when we hear today that black men aren't involved, we know that you may not have children, but you're
Mm.
involved, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm not only involved in my children's life, but as I teach them, I'm also teaching them lessons in life so that they can share that with their peers.
Yeah.
So their peers are getting that experience and that knowledge and that understanding of what it means to have a male influence and figure in their lives.
I think also on top of that is like, I think that a lot of men is like the toxic masculinity that comes into a huge role of it as well too. And I think that whereas though, like some men, and well, a lot of men, I'm gonna say some men, a lot of men, like statistically shown, is like we are afraid to be weak. But it's like the people know like we can break weak down like really like crazy because like weak is basically not having the power to perform a task basically. But it's like, are you going to let yourself be weak or are you going to basically strengthen yourself up to perform that task? Weak also can mean like you're liable to like break or damage something basically. It's like, are you going to let somebody have that much control of you for you to break or damage yourself? It's like, no, let's break that down. It's like, we are not weak individuals. It's like, we deserve the respect, the humanity. I'm gonna get much to anybody else. If you want to cry, cry. Crying do not make you weak. Because in the weak definition, it does not say crying make you weak.
Right? To be able to share and show emotion shows strength.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like if you're weak, find that inner strength to make you not weak. And if you cannot find it, there's men out there who can help you find your strength to better yourself.
Do y'all hear that? Donn just extended that olive branch.
Like, seriously.
And I'm always extending it because I know that, like, I don't think that in my lifetime, when I go back and I think, like, I've always been what I always call people like an emotional thug. Like seriously, I've never feared man at all. But at the same time, when people are hurt and broken and they share that with me, like I share in sorrow. And I remember like even like walking up to the block and like telling people like, you see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
I can give you or gift you the jewels so that you won't have to be here in this position, what I call the stuck position.
Yep.
So that we can all join together and take over the world, man.
I'm with you.
I heard some about your passions. What are some interesting things about you that people may not know?
Oh,
Like things you were like, you do that, Donn?
some things about me that people don't know.
Like, are you artistic at all?
Oh yes, yes. I paint. I do paint. I like abstract art. It's crazy. Okay, yeah. Now it's coming out. Yeah, it's coming out to me. So I started with a funny one. It's funny to me. But number one is people don't. Well, I'm not sure people know or don't know. But if you don't know, you should know. I cannot dance. I am like I have no rhythm at all. So it's like I tell people, don't ever invite me to dance with you because I will not dance with you. I can't even two step. I'm so bad at dancing. Like the rhythm is so far gone. It's horrible. It's like, yeah,
Look, the trauma of the rhythm hit you early.
it hit me too early.
So
But
do you do line dancing at
no,
all?
like when I tell you I cannot, and then line dance is too much coordination.
I
It's
don't
like,
do line dancing either.
it's
Like
like I can't
seriously.
remember all this stuff. You want me to turn and clap and bounce and
Sorry
yeah.
family, sorry sisters. I do not know how to do the electric slide or the wobble
Oh man,
or
see, I
any
know
of
how to
those
do
things.
that one.
Look, I don't. I have no clue. If it's not telling me one step to like hop, you got to tell me what to
Oh
do.
man. But yeah, but I
Yeah.
love painting though. I love painting, like abstract art. I love collecting art as well. My goal is once I get my house, I want to have all like original black art at my home as well. I got some like hanging up in my room now from a lot from local artists in Oakland. Whenever I travel across like different countries, stuff like that as well, I collect masks. So like I like to get masks as well. So I love just collecting art, honestly. I love collecting art. I That's the big thing. I tell you by now, if you go anywhere you want to bring me like a gift or something, give me
Mhm.
some art. It can be a local artist drawing lines. I'll take it. I love art and just love to show art and display art as well. But what if people don't know about me though?
I mean, that's interesting because I had no clue that you were into art
Yeah, I love
because
art.
I'm big into art. Like I
I be
like
seeing your pictures you be drawing stuff like that with our people. I'm like,
yeah.
I need something soon. I'm like, I need something soon. I love art.
Like for
Like,
years I only did commission artwork. Like that was my main like job in business. Like
wow. I did commission artwork for, so it's crazy part about for myself is when I do paint, I only, everybody don't get a painting. I always be like, the paintings I do is big. So it'll be like 4 feet by 6 feet. And they only come in pairs of two. So you have to buy two of them.
okay.
So each painting has like a sibling to it, basically.
A
And
twin.
a twin, exactly, like myself. And so whereas though, it's like the ones I sold, and I try to do at least two a year. So it'd be like four paintings a year, and I try to sell it. So it's like I always say, like I'm not gonna wish death on myself, but I just like in the near future, if I ever become rich and famous, I want to have like some exclusive artwork like Basquiat, and
I
just
was
be
about to say that's how
like
Basquiat did
that's I
it.
want to be like that. Whatever, or some exclusive art, or certain people have, and it's just like, yeah,
Look, Basquiat's family became rich and famous.
yeah,
Yeah. Like it's
yeah.
crazy that
But
we
yeah,
have to wait until then.
yeah, and with something else, I think a lot of my close friends stuff know this about me, but a lot of people know like I drink because I'm over 21. But I love wine. I love wine, red wine. I'm a sucker for red wine.
You're a wine
That's
connoisseur.
man. When I tell you, like, I love wine. I love wine, and yeah, you can take me if one bottle of wine, and I love some good red wine, and I'm not even cheap on the wine, so it's like I'm gonna spend the money on the wine. Definitely a good bottle of red.
Look, you're in the perfect area now. Like in Georgia, the location, like there's so many like wine tasting ventures and
Mhm.
like things of that nature. And look, enjoy,
Yeah, I
enjoy
used to
it.
live about 30 minutes from Napa when I was in California, and that was like once a month going to Napa, drinking wine a day. But yeah, no, I love yeah. Oh, this is the good one. A lot of people do, and this is based off my Instagram account, which I'm sorry, y'all. My Instagram account is very my person is very my life. But I am a boring person. And people think that I am really like a fun person. I'm super fun when I go out, but I'm a homebody. I'm a homebody. I am a homebody.
Look, I'm
As
looking
much
at you like
travel as much travel as I do, when I travel, I have a good time. When I go out, I have a good time.
that's
But when
all
I'm home,
planned.
but when I'm home, oh, I'm home. I turn on me a good like TV show to binge watch it. Give me some sunflower seeds. It gotta be Dave's Ranch Jumbo sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds, that's a local thing. I'm
You
telling
give
you.
me a Coke Zero. I sit back and I would chill and some Costco popcorn.
Look, taking yourself out on a date, like
Man,
for a week, just binge watching something like. Yeah, sunflower seeds are definitely a local thing, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. But and like I have not grew out of it, and I hope well, I should because all that sodium. But it's just like, but it's like they get me through my tough times. But yeah, I'm a homebody, and I think people be like, "Oh, you always go out." I be like, I do go out a lot, but I do say like when I go out, I tell you about it. If you go out with me, whatever, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a ball. But when I'm home, man, I'm home.
Mhm.
I'm
When you're home, and
home. I'm home. Yeah,
you're able to be the Don that you know you are. You're able to think back on that little Don.
yeah.
And like I got the popcorn, I got the sunflower seeds. I don't got the pot of spaghetti, but
I got man.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So
And if you
how
okay.
often do you actually come home?
Oh man. So I was home. Last time I was home was in January.
I know. It was around my
January.
birthday.
Um before I moved to Atlanta, I try to come home at least once or twice a year. It was hard because when I first got to California, I was so goal driven because I had a mission to make it. And whereas though that really impacted me coming home. So I did miss a lot of family events, a lot of birthday parties, a lot of funerals, and like pretty much everything. So now by me being closer and I can drive if I want to drive or fly. So I'm trying to get home a lot more often than what I did in the previous years.
Now, you said that you come from humble beginnings. You, your siblings, your cousins. Do they ever like have the conversations with you and talk to you about like how it was for y'all growing up as compared to how they see you today? And they're like, you made it.
When I tell you, me and my sister, I think with my sister now, we laugh about our childhood probably every day of the week because we really be like, damn, like we really came from that. Like I have hold on, I'm gonna show you. I have a scar on my hand. I'll show you. See, I have like these little, uh, it's
Those
like
little
these two little
marks.
keloids on my arm, whatever. When we were younger, me and my sister, we was playing Fear Factor. Like, just think about this. We were playing Fear Factor, and she said, "I bet you can't put hot glue on your hands." These are from hot glue marks on my hands from us playing Fear Factor. And we laugh and be like, damn, like we really used to do the wildest things as kids. And
That's
we really proud of it. And I'd be like, yeah. And I look back like we all had goals. And it's just like we sit back and laugh and be like, did you ever thought that like you would be this far in your career? Do you think that you ever became a PhD? I never forget when I did for a job I had and I directed and edited a video for the shoe company, Sammy Harper Shoe Company, and I directed a video for the airlines. So it's playing on every single major airline in 2019 for about 6 months. And I was like, that's my commercial. That's my damn. And it was just like, I look back and I laugh at it a lot because I was like, I would have never pictured me being this far. And I think that was though, I know where I want to be in my career, but I have no foresight what it looks like at all. And I think that whereas though I'm just going with the flow and everything I learned, I'm applying it. So whereas though whenever the opportunities come, I know how to handle it. But we look back at our childhood and now and we laugh because it's like a celebration in a way. It's like we really got to celebrate how far we came and we're thriving and really doing a hell of a good job. Even in our darkest days and toughest days, this is like we really appreciate it because we got each other, number one, but also think back, wing and spaghetti. It's just like we can go to Popeyes. That's
Feta,
what
fettuccine,
exactly. It's just
linguine.
I'm like, man, but yeah, yeah,
Yo, Don, you are so Philly. You wanna know how Philly you are?
but
Not only are you from Philadelphia and the PhD, what connection? What's the first word or the first person I think of when I say Philadelphia and
what's up?
PhD?
Hey, that's part of my head just now. Being no, stop. No, yeah,
Dr.
we.
Huxtable.
Oh my gosh, jeez,
Dr.
wow,
Huxtable.
wow.
That's my first thought because
I'm thinking about music, and that's hella deep right there.
yeah, when you talk about your humble beginnings
Wow.
and how like you said y'all were ghetto fabulous.
Yeah.
You didn't realize growing up that, I mean, I didn't either that. I was dirt poor.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, like, I used to tell people as I gotten older that my family to other people, we were like the Cosbys because even though we were poor, like my friends didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Like somehow my family kept it together and we always had clothes and shoes and things. But like yeah, they didn't see that. So like it
Yep.
was like that connection to the Cosbys. We were the Cosbys. You were the Cosbys.
Yeah.
And
I
look,
really, I'm
now
gonna
that
show you a picture. I'm gonna flash it. It's funny as hell how ghetto families we were. And I love saying that word because me and my siblings, we know it. And I legit found on my phone. This is a picture from Easter. I had to be like under probably 13 and under. And look how we were on a freaking, let me see if my light can like we're wearing like Sean John and like
uh-huh.
wear sweatsuit
Rockaware.
with our back faced into the wall, like our back faced into the camera.
You were like a
Like we really
you
thought
were
we were doing
it
something
was an
back then.
album cover.
It was an album cover.
Yeah.
We really
So
thought we were doing something.
I might have to use that for your cover.
Listen, I'll
Because
send it to you.
look, because I
But
already got a title in the center and it says Dr. Ghetto Fabulous.
listen, I'll take it. I'll
Look,
take it. And it's funny, like we really and I feel like those humble beginnings is just like they make you who you are.
hmm
Like my house growing up, whatever. We got this. So my uncle, he was a contractor basically. We got a front of our house done basically. So it was like this little black and gold, whatever. And my mom brother, he's a painter. He was still in Philly, named Demetrius Wyatt, awesome painter. And he designed a K for us in Kirkland. We have a big K in the center of our house, basically. So everybody be like, yeah, the K house, the K house, the K house. Because we were ghetto fabulous. It was just like we were dirt poor. Meanwhile, we should have been paying for some other stuff besides getting that front of the house done. But
look,
that K is legendary. The
the
house is
Cosbys
legendary.
had their brownstone.
Exactly. We got the K house.
Look, the K house. That was like the king house. Like really black
It
and gold. Look,
is black and
your
gold
mom
house.
made sure that no matter which y'all were going through, y'all had that mentality,
We know we're
like
poor.
right, that we're making it. We're doing things and we are going to continue to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope like along your journey that you also give your mom those flowers too.
Oh,
Your sisters those flowers also
yeah.
because they helped create the genuine person that you are.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They are the reason. They legit are the reason. They are the reason.
Mhm. Now as you transition in life and you're older now, you're more mature now, um, do you think back on, reflect on, like, I don't know, how old were you when you were actually diagnosed with type 1 diabetes?
Well,
12 years young,
mm-hmm.
living in ghetto fabulous Philly. Oh no, you said were you in Philadelphia? Or Georgia?
So I was in Georgia because every summer my mom was to basically ship me off to Georgia because Philly was rough. And she shipped me off because you couldn't be in Philly. And which I appreciated because that's also made me the mature person and the man I am today, whatever, because my mom made sure she kept me out of the elements that I should not have been a part of because I only can imagine if certain people were in my life. Your mom a single mom, dad, whatever. But I just think about what if he was in my life, whatever, how would I have been? I think about the people in my neighborhood. What I would have been selling drugs, would I have been doing other stuff, whatever. Well, I made it to where I'm at now. But it's like she really shit me out and made a whole new narrative for me, which I'm forever grateful for. But I was in Augusta, Georgia, a country. When I say country, country. The hospital was so small. I was there. They had no idea why I was there. They didn't know what diabetes was, basically. They just seen a kid come in sick and skinny, and that's what it was. That was hmm,
The
that's
sick
what
and
it was.
skinny kid. Uh, Now, did you notice any changes in yourself before that, before you went to the hospital?
Yeah, so I got there in like about I said, yeah, so I'll say like June, hypothetically, probably like June, school let out June, and I got there drinking a whole lot of water, and we just think it's hot, humid, nothing to it. Didn't pay no mind. Um, Throughout the summer, I just was drinking water and going to the bathroom rapidly. No appetite, no nothing at all. Um, I was a small kid too. I was really skinny back then, and I got smaller, and so we still didn't pay no mind. It's just the heat, and I would eat food, whatever, and I would eat probably a bite of it, and that was it because I was like, I was just drained and I couldn't even move, and so something was off. So about time August, and it's like June passed, July passed, all of August passed, cut my nose to the end of August and year 2002. And I was in the shower. We were about to drive down from Augusta to Orlando to go to Disney World to meet my aunt there. I get out the shower, and when I say there's people out here, do not take no offense to it, y'all. Please don't. But my aunt told me, and this is back in the day, y'all, so blame TV culture too as well. What she told me I look like. She said, you look like one of those kids from Africa. Because when I tell you, I was so small. And so we went to the hospital. We was there, and I'll never forget. I was there for a few hours basically, and it was nothing. I stayed there overnight. The next day, a nurse came in. She said, "Oh, he got diabetes." I like that.
Just
The doctors
nonchalantly.
came in. The doctors came in. Nothing. The nurse came in and said, "He got diabetes." I would never. It's like that. Her saying that lives vivid in my head to this day. He got diabetes, and she came because I'm like, we gotta really start appreciating her. Yeah, you appreciate nurses out there. Nurses really know what they're doing. She said it, did the test, whatever. Everything came back. I have type 1 diabetes, and
From
my, and then my mom, she don't fly, so they had to drive her down from Philadelphia to Valdosta, Georgia. She got there, and we
what was it,
drove
about
from
10 hours?
right longer, probably a good, probably like 16.
Oh wow. Oh,
And they drove
yeah,
straight on down.
you were down in the woods.
Yeah. It was my mom, my aunt, and my mom and my cousin. We drove back from the hospital in Valdosta, and we drove straight to Temple University Hospital. And that's exactly how my whole diabetes started, basically. And the crazy part about it is to add ice on a cake, whatever, when I got diagnosed with diabetes, we were driving back to Philadelphia. And my mom was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop home first, whatever." And my aunt was like, "Oh no, don't stop home, go to the hospital, whatever, because your daughter in there too as well." My sister broke her leg the same day. My mom was like,
Your
"I
twin
can't get a
sister?
break." Yeah, my twin sister. My mom said, "I can't get a break." And so
And
while we driving up from there, she hurt herself, and my mom was like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. But yeah, that hospital, I don't know if it's a small hospital, it's bigger now, it's times have changed, but they didn't have the right equipment to treat me there. And I had to leave, and I went to Temple, and that's when I got all the rundown. And that's when, yeah, that's how it all started until today.
look, I'm trying to picture y'all at that small hospital. First, them like looking at you like you're ET.
Yeah, basically, that's exactly what it was.
Trying to figure out everything about you. Like, why is he so skinny first?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if you were doing like the typical like frequent urination,
Yeah, that was it.
thirsty, all of
Water.
those things. Yep. So I have recorded with some people who actually grew up in like more rural areas, and they were like, they don't know how they survived that initial diagnosis, especially being a young child,
Mm-hmm.
because we know like the less like metropolitan an area is, the less likely they are to know about things
Yeah,
such as even just diabetes in general, other than what we see on TV, what the
yeah,
media shares with us. So you had to travel those 16 hours or so back to Philadelphia. I'm picturing this young boy probably laid out in the back of the seat, like the back of the car. Like
my
you just
mom getting a needle in the vial, trying to get medicine for me. It was all of that.
you just went through this traumatic experience, And now you're traveling back to Philadelphia with a syringe and a vial of insulin, not knowing the nuances of insulin. Like, okay, take too much, blood sugar drops. Not give enough, we suffer DKA. Like, I've never heard of a story such as this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they actually let you leave.
Because the other option was for me to get like heliported, what's it called,
Airlifted.
helicopter? Yeah, airlifted to I think a hospital in like South Carolina somewhere, I believe. Or
And
somewhere
mom,
further north in Georgia. My
mom said,
mom was
I'm
like,
taking
no,
my
I'm
baby
getting my
home.
baby. I'm getting my baby. We're going back to where I know people at, and that's how we did it. And
Look, the South made my baby sick.
let's get them out of
Look,
here.
like, and during that time, like your mom probably had no clue like how you became a diabetic.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's been. What it's been, about 18 years?
No, it's 21 year, 22,
21.
I think.
Look, oh, you getting old on me.
I'm
It's
getting,
like,
oh, I'm like,
look,
man, I
your
think like,
diabetes, yeah,
yeah, it's
20.
times have
Oh
like
yeah, 20. Yep,
22.
22. Your
Yeah.
diabetes is getting real old.
It's,
Look, it became legal drinking age
it's
last
a,
year, had its wine and
man,
it's Moet.
exactly. The diabetes is grown. It's
Right.
like,
Mine turned 21 this past year, and I'm looking at you like, you need to go get another job. You need to get out my house. I'm done with
exactly.
you.
Like, you gotta start paying the bill. It's just
Right, right, right. So a good thing that I might say though is being diagnosed in the summertime. You know, a lot of kids who've been diagnosed while school was in session, that's a whole nother traumatic
Mhm.
experience.
Yeah.
Going to school and then you have everyone like wondering like, where's so and so been at? And you know, people have already started this rumor. So and so almost died. So
Hmm.
and so has diabetes. They can't eat sugar. Blah blah blah. All of these different narratives that exist even with adults.
Yeah, and a lot of people like know. I told the story before, but it's like with the whole thing with school as well. Like I did not share my diabetes with anyone for about 15 years.
I feel
Not
you.
one single person. It was like I would hate going to the nurse's office to take my blood sugar. When I was in high school, and one teacher knew, he'd be like, I'm not going to nurse. So he'd be like, you want to nurse and you take your blood sugar? I'll be like, chill, homie, chill. And my best friend Ash used to always be like, if you don't want him standing there, just tell him. I'll be like, I don't make a big fuss about it and stuff like that, whatever. Because I didn't want to I did not want a big scene. And then I also went to school with another individual who had type 1 diabetes, and it was her excuse for every single thing she did. And I was like, you
She was
lying.
throwing up that diabetes card.
Like, and meanwhile, I'm looking like, I'm embarrassed to say anything. I'm like, in my head, I was like, you lying. You lying.
I'm definitely not going to tell them.
I was like, I'm like, okay, okay. But it was just like, I think the pressure of school and being young, I think I was so ashamed of it. And whereas though, and I think also ashamed of it because I was not educated. From being diagnosed, I was never getting proper diabetes training until 2020.
And it was probably something you had to go about finding yourself.
Yeah, that's when I got my insulin pump. I got an insulin pump in 2020. Growing up,
Don, you better stop copying me, man.
I'm just listen.
Look, it was 15 to 16 years before I told anyone.
Yeah.
Like, and then, like, I didn't get my first insulin pump until November 2021.
I got mine 2 weeks before the pandemic started.
Right.
2 weeks prior to the pandemic started. And that was legit. I got it. And I was like, okay, yes, I went to a training. And that's when I got my first diabetes training course. And prior to that, I got a new doctor in San Francisco. And she was a minority doctor. She was an Asian woman. Still doctor today. Best doctor ever. Still go to her today because I don't want to leave her. And she told me when I got there, she was like, do you have a CGM? I'm like, what's that? What's that? She was like, blood sugar, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no. She's like, freestyle, Dexcom. I'm like, who are those people? And she opened up a whole new world for me. And whereas though, going to her, I realized how my educational diabetes was not a priority to doctors I had before. And I think that was equivalent to me having welfare insurance, and people know I was poor. Um, I think that was though I was not giving the opportunity to learn about my diabetes until I got to a minority doctor, which is sad to say, but I learned so much more about myself and diabetes as well because before I went to her, I was taking 10 units of insulin for every single meal I ate. She told me, we'll be have a solid 10 units. I had no idea because that's what I was doing for the last couple of years, basically. Not realizing I'm killing myself because that's why I kept having low blood sugars constantly around the clock. I was overcompensating insulin for the food I was eating. And I was like, how was that possible? I never got the proper carb counting classes. So it was so much stuff that I didn't have growing up. And then whereas when I started being more public about it, the people at Dexcom was huge supportive. Like they helped me out a lot with learning things about blood sugars and the CGM and stuff like that as well. But it's wild to know that you can really be you can really not be educated on like a disease that can be deadly if you don't take proper care of it. And I'm just happy that whereas though during my life I didn't have many episodes, but it's like for the ones I did have, thank God people wasn't around. And I had a few scary ones and a few ones like, what the hell was going on? But yeah, I did not get proper training until I was a full grown adult. And I was so confused about what exactly is diabetes.
I'm
My
trying to
A1C was
picture.
like 13. My A1C was like 13. And I was like, yeah, this is wild.
I'm trying to envision this. So you went through basically about 18 years
Yeah.
without anyone stepping in and saying, this is diabetes, this is insulin, and this is how they work.
Do you know the crazy part about this? I didn't know what a bolus was until about 4 or 5 years ago. Nobody, I'm like, oh, that's insulin. I'm like, I didn't know what a basal rate was. When I first diagnosed with whatever, I was on Humulin 70/30.
Same.
I took it in the morning and the afternoon.
15 and 30 units.
And I was on a sliding scale, whatever
Same.
that, and that was all I learned. And from there, I learned nothing else about diabetes. Nothing else. I never checked my blood sugar. Yeah, I was reckless as a kid with diabetes.
Donn, I'm going to let you know this. You were not reckless. You know why? There was an education that was missed. Imagine you being a 12-year-old at that adolescent years. You're going through a lot of changes in your life. You got hormones kicking in, so many different things, or altering the person who you are. But at this moment, you're given diabetes. That's the equivalent of someone handing you an infant child and saying, this is yours at 12 years old. And from this moment on, you must take care of this baby. If you fumble this baby, right? If you don't feed this baby, if you don't care for it, but they didn't even tell you that. They didn't tell you you had to nurse the baby. They didn't tell you that you had to keep it warm, that you had to give it the education and proper guidance so that it can grow and mature into a toddler, into its childhood, into its adolescence, young adulthood. There were 18 whole years, Donn, where this infant was forced, where you were forced to raise this infant, which is diabetes. It's not any fault of yours that you weren't given this education. And I've come across this, I don't know how, like hundreds of times over, especially with people of color, where we're given a chronic health condition equally. I was given this chronic health condition 21 years ago. It took 17, 18 years before everything that you just mentioned, before I was educated in. And I had to seek this on my own.
Do you know, when I was younger, I'll never forget the word insulin pump. Doctors kept saying, do you want the insulin pump, whatever. And my mind, as a kid, I'm visualizing an insulin pump. It's like the size of this damn shoebox right here. No one never showed me an insulin pump until I worked at a high school in California and a kid had a pump on. He says, insulin pump. I'm like, what? He's running Dexcom. I'm like, oh, this 15-year-old kid educated me on more stuff than my 15 years living with diabetes at the time, whatever. And it
Uh,
was like he had insulin pump, and I was like, damn. And then he looked to me for guidance with his diabetes because he didn't have nobody like another male to look up to, whatever, ask questions about certain stuff, whatever. And I was like, how can I share information with this young kid? I know nothing about it, basically. And that's when I started going more public with my diabetes, basically, due to him.
that's why I love and enjoy building communities,
Mm-hmm.
because as many people as we see across our social media feeds that seem or tend to know a lot about diabetes, there are more who don't.
Yeah.
That's like maybe probably less than 10% people living with diabetes or insulin dependent diabetes know about insulin pumps and CGMs. So many parents of children do not know about these things. So many adults that are diagnosed do not. And in the end, like it helps our management. It's all about the longevity, meaning us able to live long, fulfilled lives. And if we're gifted that opportunity versus not, we're going to take that opportunity. We're going to grab that ball. We're going to run with it. We're going to dunk it. We're going to kick it through a goal, score a touchdown, everything, because we want to be our best.
Yeah. When I started going public with my diabetes, basically, I didn't realize how many people were looking just for someone to interact with. I had a guy from like Lebanon, I believe. He used to write me on Instagram and ask me questions. And I'd be like, I'm not a doctor. This is my experience right here, blah, blah, blah. But he was just so thankful to have a connection with someone who can give him elements, whatever. He asked me some questions about just every single thing, whatever. And I was like, cranberry juice. You need that. It was just like, it was simple stuff, whatever. He's asking me questions. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was just like, I can do my best to answer your questions for you. But it was just good for him to start building a community as well. And I'm happy for myself because I feel like I got a really strong community now. And I'm just thankful for the people who are in my corner, like you, and just like everybody who I've met. Like, yeah, it's just good people. And I didn't realize how much a community was needed for diabetes until recently. And I'm like beyond thankful for it.
I'm beyond thankful for you, for people like us, because I truly didn't think that anyone else had type 1 diabetes that looked like me.
Me neither.
Like,
I could even say look like me in general.
like, period. Like, right.
Like, what did I do?
Like, why? Like, it was like the game of life, and they gave me diabetes. Like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to grow up and have a family like the rest of y'all.
Like everybody, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we were given an infant at a young age, and we've been taking care of this infant. That infant has some terrible twos.
Yes,
Some
yeah.
look,
That infant childhood was rough, but
look. I mean, but truly, like we didn't even notice it
yeah,
for the most part, because I mean, we really didn't know the nuances of diabetes. A lot of the things that we did or we went through, we thought it was normal.
yeah. Like I wonder, I always say to myself, if the doctor would have told me or my mom, myself, them, or whatever, that spaghetti is not good for a child every week, what do you want to eat spaghetti every day ain't gonna week? So it was like, it was simple things like that. That was, I was like, I wish I knew a lot sooner. But it's like now it's like I'm happy to spread this news and spread this information. I know it's like, hey, if you're gonna eat it, don't eat it too late. You know, things like that just slow in the body, blood sugar at a much later rate, stuff like that as well. So it's like I'm just happy for all the information I know now because we're still learning things and trying to figure it out as well.
And as we learn them, we're teaching our family. And that's a whole nother thing, because they're like, it wasn't like this before.
Yeah.
Like, we're all learning diabetes now. And that's like, I mean, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I know like my cousins, even my siblings, like when I post certain things, they're like, I can sense how they feel about certain things at times. And I'm like, it's because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now I know, and I know you're paying attention to this. So I'm sharing it with you
Yeah.
because, I
Yep.
mean, it may seem like I'm mute this out. It may seem like I got all my shit together, but really, diabetes is something that I'll never have together because I don't want it. Like you said in the
Yeah.
beginning, I do not want it.
I don't always like that.
What helped you change your mindset on diabetes? Because you said through your younger years and even in high school, like it was hidden, like it
Yeah.
didn't exist.
I have something I'm gonna read, so I'm gonna turn my camera off for 2 seconds, and I feel like this is a perfect timing for this, whatever. So hold on, give me 1 second, and it's because it talks about community, my diabetes, and how it better kind of like myself and how the community really supported me as well. So give me 1 second. It's legit right in my class. I'm gonna grab it.
I got you.
All right. So it's crazy. This is the Christmas card in 2019. And this legit, when I got this card, I legit cried. So I make it choked up as I read it, but I'm gonna read it and y'all
Look,
can
we're emotional
listen.
thugs.
It's crazy. It's not even crazy, but the true story. Damn, I'm getting like choked up now because my friends know how I feel about this card. So it says, Don, Merry Christmas. Thank you for showing up for us consistently and giving all you can give and bringing us together all the time and always. This Christmas, we wanted to thank you and support you. Ooh. So support you in the many ways you support us. We are excited for you, for your new insulin pump, and grateful that we can contribute. And community, let's thank everybody like Anthony, Ashley, Antonio, Charlene, Don, Chris, Dave, Yvette, but like all my friends that I've heard. I got this card on Christmas. I got my insulin pump, and I got it around Thanksgiving of 2019, but I didn't get it on my body until February of the next year. I had to pay for it. Insurance do not cover insulin pumps, whatever. My pump cost me over $4,000 basically. How was I going to pay for that pump? I had no idea at all. I got a card on Christmas from my friend Sonia. It had cash in my card, $4,000 card for my insulin pump.
You know, I got chills going through my body right now, brother.
My friends paid for my insulin pump. And I am forever thankful and grateful for all of my friends, basically. They showed up and because like, I'm a friend that bring everybody together. Everybody know I love hosting, I love doing stuff, whatever. They paid for my insulin pump. Yeah, the price, it was over, I'm not sure the total price, but it was over, let's say $1,500, whatever. They paid for the insulin pump, basically. And I paid like one payment on it and they just did the rest for me. And when I tell you, I will never get rid of this card for that. I'll never get rid of the card. And they showed up for me. And I think that was by having that community, it showed me that I was not alone. Even when the people did not have diabetes, did not understand it, basically, they were there to be like, hey, yes, whatever, show me how to do it. Show me how to change it. But they legit paid for the pump. And I think that Christmas, I was a wreck that Christmas. I was like just home and they really showed up for me. And I think that is one of the best gifts I ever got in my life because it really just like thrived. And then when I got to see like everybody's name on it, even my friends who don't even live in California, and like, yeah, and they were just like, they were on the car like the village loves you, D. Enjoy your new pump, happy holidays. Yeah, access to healthcare is important. So it's a shame that the health insurance doesn't cover more. We love you, Don. Stuff like that. It was just like, wow. And I was like, damn. It's because I was not expecting it at all. It was legit because they didn't have to do it. And I think that was one aspect of like community and making me like as a person with diabetes be like, okay, I have a village, I have community, I have a safe space as well. And so if I'm ever struggling with it, just call somebody on this card or anybody out there.
Community, friends, family, support. Those are things that we truly need even as we break through and try to take on and take over this world, especially this life living with a chronic health condition that is diabetes, living with it is life altering. Like seriously, it alters every aspect of everything we do. It is nonstop. Uh, your friends, your tribe, they gave you something, Don. You know what they
Yeah.
gifted you? They
Yeah,
gifted
man.
you. They gifted you life.
Yeah.
Like seriously. And as you were speaking that, I just kept on swallowing, like because I told you from the beginning, like I'm very emotional. I've always
Mm-hmm.
been, and look, my dad used to say I was too emotional. That's a
Nah.
whole nother topic for another day. But yeah, they actually gifted you life, and
Yeah.
they did what they knew was in their reach to help you and your continued existence because you deserve to be here. You deserve to be at your best. Though there were 18 years previously where you weren't given the opportunity that a child, every human, every being should be given, especially a child, the innocence of child.
Mhm.
Like when we talk about, like in the beginning, uh, you spoke something, and I didn't go into it because that's your story. But when we talk about the innocence of child and the innocence of children, we should just be gifted the opportunity. Nothing should be taken away from us.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nothing should be taken away from us physically, mentally, emotionally. We should all be able to hop on that path and that journey in life so that we can be our best. And all we ask for is guidance and support because
Yeah.
mentally and physically, we can't do it. We're young. We're youth. All we want to do is make our parents proud,
Yeah.
play with our siblings, have fun. You should have been gifted that opportunity. You went through years of schooling where you weren't given the adequate or ample time to like be your best.
Yeah.
Even though I know you were your best
Mhm.
because I've had the conversation with you. We've communicated on how you've always exceeded expectations. You've always gone above and beyond, and your peers have recognized that. And I must recognize your peers for going above and beyond for you.
Yeah.
Your tribe is an amazing tribe.
Yeah. They is they yeah. They is like and like it's the tribe that whereas though if I'm ever down, I can make one phone call and they're there. Like no matter what. It's just like, yeah. And I appreciate like just like I appreciate them. Like I appreciate them consistently. Like they are the ones and and I tell you people always be telling me like, you know how people say, how you have so many best friends, blah 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 blah. I'll be like the word best friend, I kind of eliminated from like my vocabulary because like I have family members now. I have family. It's just like because I got people say that you can't have like I'm like no, like I legit have like good friends, and it's just like I have more than like 10 good friends, and it's just like people are like how is that possible? It's like I don't know, but it's just like I just found good people. A lot of people I met randomly. Like a good friend of mine name is Kyle. He was a tenure professor at a college in San Francisco. I was lost. I moved on a BART. Yeah, I moved from like the city to the East Bay. I was taking a train going home. For some reason, I got on the wrong train. I was far from my place forever. I asked him for help. He showed me where to get off at, blah, 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 exchange numbers. He's like my brother legit. When I started school, basically, he tutored me through my first couple of semesters. I was like, you meet somebody random who's genuine, and now all of his friends and my friends are meshed together. and we're one big happy family now. But everybody is legit. It's like we're like legit one big family, and I just appreciate that they gave me more than what I expected them to give me. Although I show up, it's just like when I show up, I never expect nothing in return because it's what I do. I tell everybody like when it comes to my friendships, I am genuine. If you got me as a friend, you got a loyal friend who's going to the end with you. And that's why to people now I'd be like, I don't ever want to have friends that were as though I'm not going to put me in some kind of jeopardy because I know I cherish all my friendships. And that community is critical to anybody's life and just like sustainability.
It's extremely critical, and that helps me as I as we do wrap up. And Trent, and I just wanted to ask, like, how has diabetes affected you and relationships, friendships, community, like just relationships in general?
Damn. I think it helped like actually kind of grow relationships as well because I think even for like my siblings, they was not too aware of diabetes because I was so closed off from it growing up, and they are way more involved in it now. Like my sister had my Dexcom going to her phone when I first got it. It's stuff like that that was done. They're committed. They know when they hear like my pump vibrate like 3 times, they know okay, yeah, he's going down. It's just like they really listen and really understand it a lot better now. But I think it strengthened my relationships basically. I haven't had a situation where as though it made a negative impact on it. I think that where though if I made a negative impact on it, it was my fault because I made the negative impact with diabetes and not just being open and honest about it. Because whereas though sometimes I made a lot of mistakes, and whereas though I don't by me being so closed off about it, basically I will be in the meeting sweating bullets because my sugar dropped it and not trying to leave the meeting because I don't know about I have diabetes basically and I want to be like he's handicapped and just like but I think that whereas though those are lessons I learned and it's just like by me and I want people to judge me. And I think people's like, hey, it's okay to say, I need 5 minutes. Can we hold off for a second? And I think that whereas though I'm learning and growing as I get older and comfortable with diabetes, but I think diabetes really improved all of my relationships with people and really thrive and help me connect. Because even when we have those diabetes walks, you know, the JDRF ones, one year, me and my friends got t-shirts made for me. And we was deep out there. And I was like, okay, let's do this again. And it was just like a really good vibe, the energy that I appreciate that I think I just built a lot of good connection with people. And yeah, it's just hard to explain because the community be looking out for me.
Right.
The community be looking out for me.
I couldn't even imagine life today without having the community and the support that we have. Like I can't imagine it. Like I would never retract and go back at all.
No.
Right. Like so many people like I genuinely love and care for that are in this community. And I know that no matter what in life, like they got me. Like best friends, like you said, like
Yeah.
seriously, like I've never thought I would build relationships with the people that I've built relationships with, whether they're here, locally, abroad. Like I have relationships with people in like Africa, like Uganda, Sierra Leone, like Algeria, like all over because of this. Diabetes took away a lot from us growing up.
Yeah.
And we take it upon ourselves today to put so much more into it because we will not let it take away from us anymore. It will not diminish us from being great.
Not at all. It won't. And I think it's for a few different things too. Number one, technology evolved. So we ain't going back into a time where it's though we didn't have certain things or whatever because I'm quick to tell somebody get a CGM. Get a CGM ASAP. But I think also we can't let the small things just make us like drain us. And although diabetes is not small, and that will be small, but I think that whereas though we can control it a whole lot easier. And I think I hear people saying a lot, it's been like, they talk about the healthy lifestyle, something instead of 30. But I was like, if you want some cake, eat the cake. It's like
Right.
I am really big on telling everybody be yourself, be the best person you can be. And if you need help along the way, call me, text me, or DM me. It's like if I can help you any way possible, I can. I'm going to do it.
Right. That's what I'm all about. I'm trying to live as much as a non-diabetic life as possible. So
Exactly.
whether that's the activities I do, the foods I eat, all of those things, because we have the technology today at our hands, and everyone should be gifted this technology because where else is it going?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not keeping it held away in some storage area,
Yeah.
like some kind of stock room, whatever. Like it needs to be used. And if more people that look like us or have access to that technology or able to use it, then it will help with research because we know over the years data like has not been collected
Yeah.
for people like us, and we can change that. We will benefit
Right.
research. So this is how I love to end these conversations, Don. You said this probably within the first 5 minutes of our conversation. And every time I speak to someone that looks like us, they all speak about this, the cure. I know I was not told within 5 years, within 10 years, 15 years. I never was told that. Like, I wasn't told anything about diabetes. Like, seriously. Not saying that some people weren't told that,
Yeah.
but the cure, you like you said, get rid of this, it's gone.
Oh,
Take it away. Um, about I think it's been about 2 months since I had the conversation with Antoine Gibson, the saxophonist, and he was like, this junk, take away, get rid of this junk, this diabetes. Like he said that, and I must ask you, Don, on the day, me not throwing it out there in the cloud, like if we're going to speak this into existence
okay.
on the day a cure is here. Like it's here. We wake up and diabetes is completely gone. It's been eradicated.
Mm-hmm.
Like we no longer have to take this man-made insulin. We don't have to monitor our blood sugar 24/7 nonstop. On that day, you find out that Don, little Don, from 12 years old, 22 years later, no longer has diabetes. What do you do?
A few what yeah, number one is like sell me the pre-sale tickets because I'm buying it before everybody else get it. That's number one. It's like give me the pre-sale tickets so I can be like, okay, when it's here, when it's over, it's over. First thing I'm doing is it's crazy because I think I will legit go find the best pizza because I love Italian food. And people are you can't eat pasta that much. And like I am I'm gonna eat. When I say eat, it's like I want to have a milkshake without it hitting me 3 hours later. I want to have pizza. It's like I want the deepest dish, the deepest dish pizza I can find
Oh, you trying
with
to
the
go to
most sauce and
Chicago?
cheese on it. It's just like I'm gonna be eating, and it's like I want to go for a run without get on my blood sugar dropping. It's like so much stuff I want to do, but it's like if it can go away, when I tell you, I would pack all this stuff, get stuff up so fast. I would be ecstatic because I know that it will not be just a better future for me, but for everybody. But the first thing I'm doing, I'm going to like I'm gonna eat some food. And but the crazy part about it is though, whereas I probably would keep my CGM on so I can eat the food and then laugh at it. But like, ha ha ha, you don't matter no more. It would be like I will bring so much joy to myself by just like laughing at having diabetes and then also just like being thankful for the advancements that has came along within the years. Because you gotta laugh at it. You gotta laugh at it. You gotta be happy when achievements come. You gotta really just enjoy it. Like, but I'm eating. I'm eating like crazy. Like yeah, it's gonna be a weekend of eating, and then I go back to the gym eventually. But it's like, yeah, if the cure was here, man, I can't even describe what I would do. But it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna cry. I probably won't cry though. But I'm gonna be damn sure happy. Yeah, and everybody gonna know it's gone. Everybody gonna know. Like everybody and mama gonna know. So I'm gonna be ecstatic.
Well, I'm going to be ecstatic for you, for
Yeah,
me, for our entire community,
everybody.
because one day it will be here.
Yeah.
We will still have our community, but just think of all of the things that we will be able to do. Like the more,
Hmm.
because we've built this community, but we do have limits. Like we have limits on how much time we can be in the gym, how much food we can consume, our vacations and trips and travel, the expense of diabetic supplies and
You know
insulin
how
and
much
all of
money
those
I'll have?
things.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I could buy a sports team. Like
Like,
we could all invest in like
wait.
something great
Yeah,
together. Like create the world of opportunity for the future and
yeah,
help eradicate the next chronic health condition.
yeah.
Like
Hmm.
seriously, so many things that we can do. And Don, throughout the journey that I've been on with you, you keep on letting everyone know that diabetes isn't everything. It has never been everything for you or to you, because not only are you a person from humble beginnings, but you continue to share your light. It's never been dimmed. It just keeps on shining brighter and brighter. And I'm glad that I was able to be a part of your journey. And in the future, when we do link up, brother,
Yeah.
it's going to be good. Wine
Well,
on you.
well, good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
Is there anything we did not cover?
Man, we covered everything, man. This is good. This is really, really good. I think that whereas though, yeah, this was hella
This
good.
this is what I do.
Yeah, this is good, man. I just appreciate the conversation. I think that it was good. And I think that whereas people gonna be excited for this. I'm excited for it to watch it back and share and like, hey, check this out, y'all, check it out. But we covered a lot. I think that we didn't miss nothing. I think that whereas though whenever part two comes, there's gonna be more to discuss because we always gonna remember things once we hang up.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yep.
that's for a better part too. So I'm excited for see where this go. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think that this is great. You did a hell of a good job hosting this, and thanks for allowing me to come to your space to share my story and share my experiences in my life and how I was raised and grew up. So I'm happy everybody can hear that. I'm happy I can share with you as well. So yeah, this is about to be excitement.
So Don, on the release of this, when will you have your PhD?
Oh man, so listen, y'all, pray for me. I got my final class for my coursework starts May 13th.
May 13th.
And I'll be done that class on the end of June. And dissertation will be starting in the fall of this year, of 2024. Hopefully by December of 2025, I'll be confirmed or confirm whatever it's called, the term
Mm-hmm.
as someone with a PhD. And I tell everybody, the day I get my PhD world, so everybody who's watching, listening right now, when I get my PhD, if I get my PhD at, let's say at 9 a.m., by 12 noon, I'll be at the DMV changing my name, y'all. Oh, and I tell you, y'all going to get sick of hearing me say Dr. Kirkland, Dr. Donn for that first year. For that first year, y'all just be prepared to be sick of me because I'm going to be sickening. I mean, I'm
You
going
know
to be
what's funny,
Dr.
Don?
Donn everywhere.
You know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
On the day I get that PhD, I'm going streaking.
Oh, no, no. I feel like that's easy.
Look,
I'm going to be annoying.
look.
I'm like, hey, doctor, no, doctor. People are like, no, the doctor. I'm
Right.
going to be
Not
annoying.
Mister. I'm not Mister. I'm
I'm
not
not missing
brother.
no doctor. I'm going to be, when I tell you, if I can find the Instagram name Dr. Donn, oh, please. Y'all are going to hate me. And it's just like y'all going to hate but love me at the same time. But it's like I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. So when
You
I go
gotta
to thing I will say, if everyone is listening out there, if you don't see me or hear from me in like a certain period of time, I maybe focus on my research. Basically, check on me. Just make sure I'm still doing well. My head is above water because I know I won't be able to, or I won't be as attentive to people at the time. But just know I still care for everybody out there. I still love y'all. But if you don't hear from me, please check on me. Make sure I'm doing good. Make sure I'm above water because the research and the study is about to get very intense. So I know my whole life is going to go down a lot. So please check on me, y'all. And I'm gonna be
We got you, good brother.
Please check on me.
And on that note, Donn, thank you for joining me on the Chronically Well podcast, where we hold real conversations with community that needs to be heard. Donn, future Dr. Kirkland, or Dr. Donn, if we can find that Instagram handle, you are someone that needs to be heard. I appreciate you.
Yeah.